you might be forgetting one of these 13 items on your baby registry, particularly number 12. Let's dive into it. All right, number 1, this first item is a sun hat. First of all, I like gender neutral. You can use it for multiple children. I like this one because it does have your typical shade, but then it does have your neck coverage. You could do more of a like circular floppy hat, that covers a little more around every way. The ears are also protected on this one, which it's hard to keep sunscreen on them. So love this hat. It has like a cinch in the back so you can tighten it onto their head if it's a windy day. It also has the neck or chin strap as well. I would not recommend white just because I feel like the hat will end up on a beach chair on the ground and get stained up. I would pick something like this, olive green. This is an item to add to your baby registry that you may have forgotten. Next, we have some basic jammies. Now, you probably have some of these on your baby registry, but I want to highlight these. Gender neutral, multiple children can use them. They have the footies attached. Some jammies don't have footies. I prefer the footies on. They are a zipper. I believe these are also zip both directions, which you may like, you may not care. And finally, if you look at the hand sleeve, there's a cuff, so you don't have to buy mittens. If they're scratching themselves a lot, you can cuff their hand with that little like mitt, okay? So these are the jammies you want for the newborn and like maybe 0 to 3 months. After they get a little bit older, you no longer need that cuff, but if it's on there, it's no big deal. Gender neutral, love these. Make sure you have them on your baby registry. Okay, this is the diaper cream brush or spatula. Basically, you put the diaper rash cream on it and wipe it on their booty. This is not a must-have item. You do not absolutely have to have it, but you may have forgotten to put it on your baby registry. I like it. For the price and the use, I like it. I also tend to have long nails, and I will get the diaper cream in my nails. I don't want to do that. Now, I only recommend getting one spatula. I don't do it in the diaper bag. I don't do it on the go. I do it at home at our changing station. That is it. So don't get a 5-pack. That's ridiculous. Get one. If you want to use it, it's affordable, and I think it's a handy item. Consider putting this on your baby registry. The next item we have are 3 silicone bibs. I recommend getting like 1, 2, or 3. My reason, 1 at home, 1 in the diaper bag, and then maybe 1 for grandma's house or daycare, or just 2 to have at home to rotate through. If one's in the dishwasher, you'll have a bib that's clean. I love these bibs over a cloth bib that you would wash in the washing machine. You constantly have to have multiple bibs. You're going through multiple in a day. I just would hand rinse this one out. And my system was to have my bottled brush in the sink, and I would actually flip this bib over because it's got that silicone caddy, and I would dry the bib out. So then it'd be ready for the next meal or snack. Cannot recommend these silicone bibs enough. And also, I would always recommend going gender neutral. Use them for all your kids. This next item is a portable booster seat or a travel little high chair system. So I love this for parks, eating just outside at home, family gatherings, picnics, going to a friend's house, and even a friend who might have their own child or baby, their child or baby's probably in their high chair. Not a lot of people have an extra high chair at their home, so this is such a handy item. It's actually an item I did not get, and I hugely regret not getting it, especially for $25. This could be a very usable item. Cannot recommend it enough, and all these products are going to be linked in the description, of course, so please go check them out if there's something that you did not put on your baby registry. Item number 6 is a nipple butter or nipple cream. So this is for your breastfeeding mamas. This was the number 1 breastfeeding item that I wanted to have and need. And you don't need it long term. It's only for a little bit. So just get a small container, 1 for at home and 1 for in the diaper bag. Because if you are struggling with their latch and damage to your body, you're going to want this. Okay. This for me was a very much essential item. It went everywhere I went, everywhere that me and baby went, I should say. And I did not use this actual brand, so I'm not necessarily recommending this brand. I just see it a lot. It's more organic maybe than what I used. I used the one that is in the purple container, and I believe I got it at Walmart. I tried the yellow at one point, and I found that to be very sticky, almost like honey. Did not like that one. I didn't use this brand, but I recommend getting a nipple butter if you are going to breastfeed. Okay, small container, get 2 of them, 1 for at home, 1 for on the go. The next item that I want to make sure you did not forget to put on your registry is car seat protectors. So these cover your seat. Car seat gets installed on top. As far as I know, there's no problem related to safety as long as the car seat is still properly installed. These things get disgusting. My kids do not eat in our car and they do not drink in our car 95% of the time. And I'm not kidding on that. We don't do fast food drive-thrus. We don't do that kind of stuff. So even with my kids not regularly eating in the car, they're filthy. Just with skin and hair and I don't even know, mud from their shoes. When your child is rear facing, they get to the point where their feet are just kicking your seat. And if it's a rainy day or, slightly muddy outside or even snowy, this is protecting the back of your seat, where your physical back is. So for us, we wanted to keep our vehicles nice. We got some of these and I do not regret them at all. This is also something that's going to sit on your seat for years. So for me, it's a worth it investment. The 8th item I want to make sure that you put on your baby registry is a winter car seat cover if you're in a climate that needs it. Okay, if you're in the warm places, jump ahead and go to the next item. But if you're anywhere that gets like wintry weather, snow, cold, I think these are amazing. You still buckle baby in, perfectly normal, but then you have this ability to just zip them up and snuggle them in. There's some car seat covers that are very lightweight. They're more like summer and spring, or, there's the stretchy ones. Those stay on and they'll block the wind. And then there's the ones that almost like clip onto the handle and drape down. If it's one of those just blustery, whatever it is, windy days, those are going to be blowing all over the place. This keeps your baby so stinking snug as a bug. We used one and like going into a restaurant, carrying baby in with the car seat because we carried them in the car seat. It was just awesome. They were warm. They were cozy. I wish I could have been in one. Okay. So I was a huge fan. For the price and the use we got out of it, it made sense. Could not recommend it enough. If you are in an appropriate climate to need it, again, go gender neutral. Don't get pink. Get something just basic and gray. Okay. Don't need a pattern. Don't need anything crazy here. Item number 9, I went ahead and put a baby gate on here. You don't actually have to get a baby gate. I live in a 1-story home, so I didn't need a baby gate. But I don't want you to forget safety items. If you have stairs and you want a baby gate, okay, they can get pricey. So put that on there and maybe one of your friends or family will help you out. If you want outlet covers, if you want any locks for like cabinet doors, anything safety related that you want to get, throw it on your baby registry, okay? This next item that I don't want you to forget is like a float. So a couple of these items have been seasonal. We had the like summer hat, the winter car seat cover, and now the float. The reason is people forget seasonal items. That's why I put them on here. So this float may not be one that you like. You might be a water expert and say, oh, that doesn't help them learn to swim. Okay, if this float is not the right float for you, that's fine. Find one that is. There are plenty of different floats on the market. You do your research, find what you think is best. I just want to remind you to put one on there if it's appropriate for the age your baby's going to be at the time that you might be in pools. Now, remember, if you are in a like open body of water, such as the ocean or a like lake, they need something better than this. They need a full on life jacket if you're going to even allow them in the water. Don't trust simple floats. Do your research, please. Keep babies safe. And if you want to go a different route, maybe you could put swim lessons on your baby registry. If you're going to do like the rescue swim lessons that they do as an infant, maybe you could find a gift card for that to put on your baby registry. All right, so think about swim with your baby and their safety. Don't forget it. Item number 11 is the hatch. I love this item. We have 2 of them, one for each of our children. This item is amazing. Okay, there's different models of it, but I absolutely love it. It's a nightlight. It is on a schedule that you get to set. It's a sound machine. It's white noise. It's amazing. Basically, it's a clock for our children. For us in our household, it turns red, it turns green, and that signifies wake up time or sleep time. And it just helps keep our house going on routine. All right, love, 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 love these items. You can tap it physically. You can set it from your phone. You can schedule programs, but you can also adjust it on the fly. It's an amazing tool. We actually used it with our first one when they were in the crib, and then it helped them transition to a big bed, and they just knew, I need to stay in my bed. My light is red. Our kid never got up. Like, never. We put them to bed. They never once came out of their room crying or came to sleep with us in our bed. So I recommend getting this when they're in the crib, training them to understand red means sleep, or, blue could mean sleep in your home. Use it as a tool. Okay, I cannot say enough. Do some research on it, but like I said, links will be in the description. It's an amazing, amazing product. Okay, if you're still with me, this is number 12, the one that I said you probably forgot, and it is drawer organizers. So this might not be in the baby aisle. You might not want baby because it could even be marked up, but you can get out of the baby aisle. Shop your registry in other departments. So just general drawer organizers. This is something you can use as an adult. And baby stuff is tiny. You got the socks, you got the bows, you got just this and that and all these little tiny accessories. Over time, you're going to accumulate them. You could use this in so many different ways. You could also use them as like almost like daily outfits, or I don't even know, just you can sort so many tiny little things. I'm a huge fan of organization, and for me, this would bring me so much joy. If you have a dresser and you plan to put a decent amount of your clothing in it, I recommend getting some sort of drawer organizer system. And number 13, the final item that I want to make sure you didn't forget on your baby registry is hangers. So these are just cheap plastic ones. You can also get nicer velvet ones. Now, if you get the plastic, make sure it's got the little like swoopy spot for little like spaghetti strap type shirts and dresses, things like that. But if you do the felt ones, it will make sure clothes don't fall off as much. I went with the cheapy plastic ones because they're just hangers. At the end of the day, my home's not that aesthetic, okay? Get some hangers. I went with white because in my head, gender neutral. And get an appropriate amount for your household. If you plan to put a lot of clothing in the dresser, you might not need a ton of hangers. For us, we actually got quite a few hangers because one of our kids doesn't even have a dresser in their room. We just hang everything in the closet. When you get little hangers, they will work until your children are of a certain age. For quite a while, their clothes are still pretty small and you're going to use these hangers. So your baby might not have a ton of clothing, but what about your 5-year-old? I like my hangers to match, so get enough that it's going to work through the toddler years. Alrighty, so that is it. That is the 13 items I want to make sure you did not forget to put on your baby registry. Links will be in the description. I hope this helped you on your baby registry today. That was my goal, and I so want to help all you mamas not feel overwhelmed with your baby registry. If you would like more personalized help, check out the link in the description and also in the first pinned comment. And there you can find a link that will take you to learn more about my baby registry services that I currently offer. All right, I hope to see you there. And if not, I will see you in the next video. Have a great day.